Hi everybody, Anthony Fragomeni here, co-chair of the Government Relations Committee. Hey, if you have not already done so, you should really think about going to the Spring Management Conference March 21st and March 22nd at the Las Vegas Hilton in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's going to be so much information that's going to be departed to you. And I know that everybody thinks about and looks for, is this going to be worth my time? Is it going to be worth the time invested, the money invested? And all I can tell you is that you need to have people at the Spring Management Conference. This will be an important conference because of the level of activity that is going on in Washington right now. It's just unprecedented. There are so many new regulations going into place, so many regulations being proposed, along with the enactment of the Higher Education Opportunity Amendments, the effective date of some of the regulations as a result of that act, and some of the legislative agendas that are being pushed by the administration and by the Department of Education. I can tell you right now that the GRC has been very, very busy. We'll have 4 sessions at the Spring Management Conference, and they're all very important to you. I just mentioned one about the Higher Education Opportunity Acts and then some of the effective dates and some of the regulations that are going to go into effect as a result of the Higher Education Amendment Acts. But 3 really very important pieces. TILA. It's like we didn't have enough acronyms to deal with or enough agencies to deal with, but TILA is the Truth in Lending Act, and believe it or not, according to the Federal Reserve and regulations and new regulations that they have about compliance with consumer protection and some consumer notification, your institution may or may not be required to comply with the TILA regulations. Now, the TILA regulations are not governed by the Department of Education. It's a completely different set of regulations that you're going to have to deal with. And the most important thing that you first need to find out is whether or not you have to comply with the TILA regulations. So there'll be a session. We're planning on having somebody from the Federal Reserve there. I'm working on that right now. So that'll be an important session. We're also going to be talking about the just recently completed negotiated rulemaking session, where there's some very disturbing rules that are being proposed that are going to be coming out in a notice of proposed rulemaking very shortly. So we're working on the NPRM, or the notice of proposed rulemaking. But there are things in there that are going to change the face of education if they do go through from the process of proposed rulemaking, negotiated rulemaking, proposed rulemaking, and then final regulations. So we're going to be talking to you about that. But also, you have the 3-year cohort default rates that are coming into effect. Folks, we need to be looking at how we're going to move our business models to stay ahead of the compliance schemes that are in place and some of the regulations that we're going to need to deal with. So we're going to be talking to them, and we really need to start looking at these and viewing some of these things in an aggregate form from a 30,000-foot view, and then looking to see what are we going to do to change our business models in order to not only meet the compliance, but keep our businesses and our industry strong, viable, and healthy. So if you haven't already done so, the early bird deadline is tomorrow, Friday. If you already haven't done so, reserve a couple spots and send some people there. It's really the information that's going to be imparted is vital for the health of your school and our industry going forward. If you have any questions directly about any of these regulations right now, you can always give me a call. My number is 914-739-8400, extension 10. My email is afrag, AFRAG13, the numbers 1 and 3, afrag13 at AOL. Don't hesitate to drop me a line on a question. But most importantly, make sure that you've got somebody that's going to be there at the Spring Management Conference. Las Vegas Hilton, Las Vegas, Nevada, March 21st and March 22nd. You need to be there. Hope to see you there.